Muhammadu Buhari has dismissed the use of lethal force to rescue over 30 victims of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack still in captivity. President Buhari, whilst receiving several of the victims recently released by their captors, says government is worried about those still in captivity and is considering several options to effect their rescue.
He, however, revealed that the use of force will not be entertained as government is committed to ensuring that the remaining victims are safely returned back to their families.
Yesterday, we brought updates concerning the released victims. So far, the number is 42 that have been released and 35 still in captivity. Let's take a look at this video.
Audience, Your Excellency, is a manifestation of the efforts your administration has put in to secure the release of all those in captivity. Indeed, the fact that they have been invited to an audience with you this afternoon has proven to them that government is not resting on its oars.
Many of the victims have been out from the captivity, which they paid ransom of monies, which the remaining those in captivity doesn't have the ability and capacity to at least rescue their loved ones. We're appealing, Mr. President, under your capacity to assist us, to help us.
I have been informed that at last count, there remain about 31 people in the hands of the kidnappers. And our determination is to work towards returning these 31 people to their families. It is understandable that emotions typically run high. We have received several suggestions about the employment of lethal military force in extracting those still being held in captivity. This option has indeed been considered and evaluated. However, the condition to guarantee a successful outcome and minimize potential collateral damage could not be assured, and therefore that course of action had to be reluctantly discarded.
Well, that's, of course, the President of Nigeria in response to the call for the remaining 31 victims to be rescued, via lethal force. I think we had spoken to someone yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago, who gave, his own, thoughts concerning how much Nigeria has improved with regards rescuing kidnapped victims. I remember, that in the 80s, early 90s, there's some very, very popular kidnapping stories, from, Palestine into Russia and some of all those places. That were dealt with, in a couple of hours, but this has taken us, between the 28th of March till the 12th of August,
I mean, it also reflects what you had asked earlier. You had talked about us having a database at the start of the show, talked about having a database. And in some way, many people have advocated that if we had an actual working, legit database, it would be able to help. A lot of these kidnappers make calls. They're calling the families of the victims to say, we need 100 million naira. Can these calls be tracked? Do we even know where these people are? They're telling us every time to come and register for NIN and all that. What is that information used for?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's really just, and that's why I had to stress that this is between 28th of March and the 12th of August. There's no company, there's no country, there's no parastatal, there's nobody that would have an excuse for not being able to solve something within that, space of time. It's almost not even logical to say that you've not been able to sort, a situation this dire in that time.
Could you Bethel Baptist High School is over 400 days?
So yes. There's really nothing, that can be said aside. Let's just hope.
Let's hope. We're holding on to the words of the government. Absolutely. That something is being done in this regard.